All right, Games Workshop, I've got a beef to pick with you guys, and everybody else who's watching, back me up on this because you guys have been skipping out on some things that I thought would have been really cool. In fact, I understand why you chose what you did to do, but it was the bad. It was just the wrong decision. Just come on, be real. What I'm talking about is special characters. Now, I noticed that the new Space Marines Codex is missing some stuff that was included in the indexes, which is fine. At least you have some printed material out there in the ether that allows people to put Tech Marines on bikes and things like that. But what I'm talking about is new characters and old characters that you discontinued just because some third party was making them. Now, what I mean is Tyranids. I've been a collector of Tyranids since second edition, and the cool thing that you guys did with the original Tyranids was it was a brand new army that was just exciting. It built off of older concepts. You even had rules for the genestealer cults in here, so you could actually play genestealer cultists and do all that sort of thing. So that was really cool. I love this edition. It's what got me started in 40k back in the 90s. Then you guys did some weird stuff over the years with the other editions of the Tyranids. I got quite a few copies of these different types of books. However, there was something really cool you guys did in this edition, which was finally some special characters for the Tyranids. Now, the thing that I really liked about what you guys did, you introduced the Swarm Lord, which we still know and love. It was awesome. Old One Eye was such a great character. But whatever happened to the Doom of Malantai? Where did he go? We got our Death Leaper. You guys kept him around. Then Parasite of Mortex. That was really cool concept. I would have loved to see a creature that spawns rippers all over the board. That would have been amazing. And why did you guys lose out on that? I mean, whoa, like this edition. What were you guys thinking? You kept some of those special characters, but you got rid of two of some of the most interesting ones, lore-wise, which is pretty interesting. A Zoanthrope, this little, floating brain guy that actually took out an entire Eldar craft world. That's amazing. That's like saying in an edition of Chaos that Abaddon the Despoiler is no longer around. It doesn't make sense. And then I was super excited when you did the Genestealer cult. When this came out, I was like, yes, I was so excited. And it wasn't until now I realized something that you guys didn't do. This is one of the only codexes that doesn't have any special named characters. You got your just generic troops. Where's the love for the Genestealer cults or the Tyranids? Why are you guys dropping some really cool concept characters and then not even including characters in this army? Like, could you imagine having like a Genestealer Patriarch with like bionic enhancements, or like an Imperial Guard commander infected by the strain that's working for the Genestealers, or maybe even a special Magus that has certain notoriety and has been eluding the Imperium forever. Like, you don't have that in here. I mean, what, did they all just get devoured? No, you should do some new updated cool stuff with the cult. Like the new Index Xenos. I love it. Thank you for releasing this book, because now I'm starting to collect more orcs, and I'm even thinking of Tau. Like, I don't even like Tau, and I've got all the rules for them now. Thank you for putting them all in the book. So you did good. You did good on the indexes. High praises to Games Workshop for putting the indexes together, because it was very easy for me to buy all the rules ready to go in these little books, and I love hard copies, so please don't get rid of hard copies. These are awesome. It's so much fun and a lot quicker for me personally to look it up in a book than it is for me to flip through my phone to try to find what I need. But again, there's no Genestealer cult characters, guys. There's like, what are you guys doing? And now you're dropping characters from the new codexes. I mean, okay. On the other hand, yeah, I kind of get it. You've had some of these characters or concepts around forever. You never got around to making models for it. It's just expensive to make the molds, blah, 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 whatever. However, if you have it available, or do something like you've been doing already, which is include special character parts in with the kits of normal Marines or troops or whatever, that's great. Like, I was able to make a Swarm Lord out of my box of my Hive Tyrant box. That was really cool, and all those extra bits. It allowed me as a creative, hobbyist to use the extra parts to make other Tyranids that were really, really cool. And I also love it what you did with the Dreadnoughts. Right there, you have, like, in the Space Wolf Dreadnought box, you can make both of the Dreadnoughts that are special named Space Wolf characters, as well as do all the other varieties of things that you can do with a Dreadnought, which gets people to buy multiple models, multiple kits, and they have extra bits they can use for other things. They feel like they get a lot more value that way. And I think that if you started including character bits in with box sets like you have been, I think that would be good. And I think that would be cost effective on your guys' part. And it gives the players, more fun. And again, I'd love to see those Tyranid special characters come out. The ones that are lost to the eternity. So when you re-release the Tyranid Codex, please bring back the Doom and the Parasite. Please, please, please bring those back, because I was waiting for you guys to release models for them. I would have bought those models. I'm sure every Tyranid player would have bought those models. But you missed out on sales just because some third party did something similar. Like, whatever. If a third party is going to rip you guys off and give models as a variety for players to pick from, that's fine. People are still going to buy the official models. They don't care. And there might be a very, very small percentage that'll be like, oh, well, Games Workshop's too expensive, so I'll use this model. But at the end of the day, most of us are also collectors, and we want that official product. At least that's been my experience. Again, that being said, on the Aliens vs. Predators side of things, because this is AVP Wargamer, Protos Games has been releasing tons of Alien and Predator stuff, and the community that's backing that, everybody's filling the gap with creating their own whatever to fit the rules for models that haven't been released yet. Are people going to buy the official models? Heck yeah, they're going to buy those models. If they can afford it, absolutely. In the meantime, they're probably going to buy some other products to kind of fill the gap until they can afford the official product. So in the end, people are going to buy your product. Hands down, it's going to happen. Just start releasing these characters. It adds a lot to the narrative. And another thing I want to talk about just really quick before we go is I've been playing in the tournament scene a lot lately with 40K. And yes, I see Gilliman running around on the battlefield in a lot of armies, and these named characters for sure. But that's the whole point of these games. When you're having a skirmish game, these battles aren't your just everyday, like, frontline assaults and little things. No, these are the game-changing, story-deciding moments in the history of whatever universe you're playing these games in, where you are going to have the big name bad guys and bosses beating each other up on the battlefield. This is where we want to see the heroism of these named characters created by your IP. And so I'm totally fine with having them in tournaments. I think it's really important having them in tournaments and in narrative campaigns, all that sort of stuff. So again, embrace the named characters. Please make more of them. Even if you're not Games Workshop, even if you're another company, create those named characters. There's a lot of us out there that really love the storytelling behind these characters that you bring into the battlefield, because we're tired of just faceless soldiers fighting each other on the battlefield. And luckily, some of us are creative enough to make our own, but even then, we do appreciate those special characters. Jason, the AVP Wargamer, signing out. Have fun and keep wargaming.